So here I am with another video about 5 things that are similar in Japan as they are back in America. But the last video, I had a little bit of a problem with the rendering. My video was very linear, very vertical. So I'm really sorry about that. But this time I fixed it the right way. So it should be okay. And I actually got better angle, better lighting. I figured out how to do everything with this camera. So once again, I have to put that this is a disclaimer based on my personal experiences in Japan. For anybody else, the experiences might be the same or they might be completely different. So it doesn't mean I'm wrong, doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's just a different experience altogether. Number 1, this one seems kind of obvious, but Twitter and Instagram are super popular out here. I would say they're even more popular than Facebook. But I've added more people on my Instagram than I have added on Facebook since I moved out here, at least among Japanese people. But anywhere you go, you'll see little tags somewhere that's like, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. Twitter works a lot better in Japanese because the way the language works is, you know, the characters that they use, you know, they can say a whole word in like 1 character or 3 characters. And that kind of works out very well. So they can get out a bigger message in 140 characters than we can in English. Because we got, you know, we have to use abbreviations to make words and stuff. And once again, Instagram's super popular, especially now because it has the other features like that little Snapchat, the Instagram story thing that they got. So people are using that more often. So number 2. The DMV here in Japan will give you the runaround just like in the States. It took me forever to get this thing. So, yeah. All the documents you have to submit, the standing in long lines, waiting. If you go to the driver's license center in Japan or like anything to take care of your car, registering for it and stuff, you're going to be waiting a long time. Like, even if you get a number, you're still going to be waiting a long time. Number 3, makes you really appreciate that there's some things you seriously take for granted. Like the fact that Japan has good plumbing. You can actually flush toilet paper down the toilet here. I've heard you can't do that in Korea because their plumbing does not allow it. But here in Japan, you can definitely do it. So Japan, being a first world country, they are always innovative with the newest technology and things. So, of course, everyone knows about fancy Japanese toilets. But what's interesting is if you go into a lot of public places, they will have signs that say, do not stand on the toilet. Make sure you flush paper down the toilet, because they get people from other countries who do not have a Western style toilet, so they don't know how to use them, which makes perfect sense. You know, not every place has the proper plumbing for it. That is something that I really appreciate about Japan, is that you don't have to put the toilet paper in a waste bin, because that makes them smell terrible if you had to do that. Oh my gosh. So number 4, this is a weird one, but when I was in college, of course, I went clubbing a lot. I went to parties, and there's this stereotype that black men can dance. It is not true, at least for a lot. I mean, we have rhythm, of course, but just like in America, when you go to hip-hop parties, dudes do not dance. No, it's true. They have one key dance move, and it is called the wait till a girl starts twerking and hop behind her. Yeah, you know the move. You've seen it done so many times at parties. But, yeah, here in Japan, I'll go to a hip-hop nightclub and, you know, some type of big party event. And the dudes, their main goal, find a girl who's shaking what her mama gave her, if she has anything. And then just, you know, proceed to kind of try to enjoy yourself with that. A lot of dudes do not try to dance on their own unless, you know, they're from a culture that really encourages solo dancing. Like, you know, they might be from the West Indies, they might be from Africa, or they just happen to be a big time hip hop dancer. You know, it does, you know, b-boy, anything they want. But that is another thing that's consistent is a lot of Japanese dudes, they don't dance when they're in the clubs. They just stand back and watch. To be fair, a lot of Japanese girls are too shy to get on the floor and start dancing, but that's still no excuse. I mean, that's kind of different. You're shy versus you just won't do it. And lastly, for number 5, it's summertime here in Japan, which means that there are a lot of flies, roaches, ants, crane flies, fruit flies, mosquitoes, actually I like dragonflies, they're good. Dragonflies, you can stay. Dragonflies can stay. So that's 5 more things that are the same about Japan and America. There's plenty more where that came from. I'll make another video about it. This is going to be an ongoing series as I keep noticing things. So until the next one, please be blessed and have a good day, and try to stay away from insects if you can. Don't get bit up, especially with that little tick going around that stops you from eating red meat. Yeah, pretty bad. See ya.